Hello all newcomers and welcome back fellow Eternians. As always, it's me, Emperor AP, and today we will be talking about a lot of new micronational stuff. So get ready for that. I hope everybody can hear the game and stuff. Let me see if I can get that set up for you guys. Hey, what's going on, Evan? I hope you're doing well. It is good to see our first viewer. Definitely make sure to like and hit us up there. I know I've been gone a couple days, and I'm really excited to talk about the future of the Empire, what I've been planning, and how this developmental stage that we're in right now is really going to pay off for us. Evan said, how is His Imperial Majesty doing? I'm doing fantastic right now. I hope you are doing pretty well. There we go. Okay, I was making sure that the audio capture was working. But yeah, no, our Empire is doing great. I personally am doing great. Thank you, Evan. I hope you're doing well. And we are continuing on talking a lot about Eternia and what the future holds for us, because I've thought for a long time now about what it means to be an Eternian, and in particular, I've been thinking quite a bit about what it is to us to have the opportunities that we've been having to grow micronationalism, and specifically to create a unique community as micronations. So I just wanted to talk about what we've been able to accomplish, and first off to say thank you all very much, because we just hit 731 subs. That is a big mark for us, if we can hold those 730s, we are almost to the 750 mark, which is 3/4 of the way to our 1,000 goal. Once we hit 1,000 subscribers, that jumpstarts our economy and pushes us into this future that we're hoping for. So that's been a big deal for us as well. If you guys don't know, we have our donation stuff that's actually set up right now that you can check out. But let me post the link in the chat real quick and jump into general. Alright. Hey, what's going on, King Connor? It's good to hear from you.
Grug want tell AP about anarcho-primitivist tribe.
Hey, I am excited to hear that, man. Hit me up.
Grug think Eternia tribe should switch to anarcho-primitivist military junta.
Okay, so we're here having a conversation with King Connor, who is the speaker of the philosophy of anarcho-primitivism, here to enlighten us all. King Connor, please tell us more about your ways. Also, what's going on, Elysium Federation?
Grug do very well in anarcho-primitivism because Grug no bogged down by society and modern tribe. Grug use old technology before the wheel. Grug abolish all bad, evil, bad omens like Light Rock and Fire Stick. Fire Stick very bad. Fire Stick kill many Grug. Grug no like Fire Stick. He use normal stick with rock on it. Grug loves rock.
Okay, so you're primarily using these very simple tools and are trying to accomplish what out of that? Creating a society just based on simple tools made before the wheel?
Grug like tribe because Grug live in wood with the rest of tribe. We get happy because we know have wheel cause downfall of all tribe and all society.
Okay, so it seems like what you're telling me here is that today's video is sponsored by anarcho-primitivism, which especially would like to promote bartering as a system of distributing goods and services. So if you are interested in bartering with us, you can barter your real money as a donation to this stream. You could donate that and hit us up. It would be great. We're donating back our sweet content like King Connor sharing this anarcho-primitivist viewpoint. So Connor, tell us more.
Grug no have money. Grug believe money is concept made by Wheel. Wheel cause downfall of Tribe. Tribe is above all, even Grug, and Grug happy.
All new news in Eternia. We're trying to figure out, is the dislike of roundness considered racist? This is an interesting question that we're going to be debating more at 11. But first, it's past 11 here, so I hope everybody's doing well tonight. I'm sure it's late where you are, or very early.
Wait, AP, if you
Yes,
don't mind me changing the topic, but I was just today I was just thinking about trade between micronations and the imperial market, which you didn't really emphasize on much with my interview. So can you please explain how this works, trade between micronations?
absolutely. So I know that in the chat you guys had the other day, there was a lot of talk about how our economic system's designed to work, and your point now about trade, in particular, is a very interesting way to look at that. So I did a video a while back that discussed different economic systems and how a micronation, just starting from scratch, could use things around them, even the bare necessities, to start to build some sort of a functional economy. And I broke that up into multiple different types, one of which, the simplest, being a barter system, just people trading back and forth. That is definitely a means by which people can create value in a society for a micronation in particular. So if it's even just a group of kids in their backyard, they can trade things that they find, that they get, or that they've had that may not be as valuable to them anymore, but more valuable to others. In a larger scale, what Eternia is hoping to do with its Imperial market is actually to take a more direct route economically, as far as trying to go more toward a capitalistic system for that specific purpose. Its original intent, when we had more local members to the Empire of Eternia, were was initially pitched as an idea for those local citizens to trade and could either pay for things with currency or could just directly barter for those things. That's still something that's on the table as we get more local citizens, but for the time being, we've approached it more as a small business, whereas we will be selling different items that are manufactured by Eternians, whether that's by me, myself, or a citizen that is local to me, or whether that is with other citizens potentially around the world that we create agreements with to make and sell things through our Imperial market.
So do they ship things? Because if they ship things, that'll actually cost a lot, and it might even overtake the cost of the actual item.
Absolutely. That's a big thing to consider. And it all depends on how we set that up. As of right now, we don't have anyone else that is a contributing member of that marketplace. So we really haven't officially launched it yet, just because I myself haven't been able to finish producing to a high enough quality that I would feel comfortable selling. But that is something that is continually in the works. I think the way that we will start out initially is by potentially buying items our off of the people in our marketplace. If we find that an item starts selling really well, those people may themselves become manufacturers for us, in the sense that we would, in large scale, for some bulk price, purchase an item and then mail them out ourselves. But that would be very dependent on um, the way that that's set up, and what those shipping prices would look like. Whether it would be easier to do it in that way, where we are uh, first wholesale purchasing from the manufacturer and then going in and individually selling them through our store, or whether it would be easy to have those people set up as their own distribution centers as well. It's a great question, but to be honest with you, have not looked far enough into it on a case-by-case basis to be certain which would be better.
Grug here, cat out window. Grug scared.
think
Grug thinks saber-toothed tiger.
But yeah, Viren, I hope that that gave a little bit more clarity. I know it doesn't fully answer the question, but I hope it gives more explanation as to where we're at in the planning process of that and in the development.
Grug think AP and Eternia tribe have good point. Grug real think that it depend on land area. If land area far away from other small tribe, then that small tribe no good able to do trade. That small tribe be bad idea to trade with, because land area is no good area.
Absolutely. I think, as you're saying, Connor, depending on what the person would want to manufacture for us and how they would be interested in going about that, and just what the process for those things is, may be worth it in some cases to bulk order versus individually sell items themselves. If they're making really lavish, for example, pieces of glass blown artwork or something that could cost upwards of $100, $200, it may be easy enough for them for us to add shipping charge for them, whatever that shipping may need to be, and then providing that through our store and just sending them orders, because these would be things that aren't sold very, very frequently, but would be sold as very high price items to individuals. Similar things potentially with handmade items like clothing or accessories, metals, for example, things that, well, metals could be sold potentially in bulk, but I see a lot of our market hopefully being for things that are custom made, as micronationalists hopefully wanting things that are themed toward their nation, or potentially are something that they're looking to as a way to make their nation appear more developed.
Grug give 5 rock to Berry tribe in exchange for berry, because there are no berry picker in Grug tribe. But Berry tribe no give Grug tribe berry. Grug very angry.
Well, then you know what that means, Grug. You obviously have to resort to cannibalism at this point. There is no other way out of the situation.
Well, Emperor AP, like the MP3 file that like for like the live stream keeps crashing for like some odd reason. So I'm wondering if you could like give me an MP3 file.
Wait a second. So I'm sorry. I'm not sure I fully understood. Are you saying that something on my end is messing up for
Not
like
on
the
your
stream?
it's like I think it's like I used like a converter, like I used like different ones and they kept on crashing, so I'm just like wondering.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. And it's for this one
Also
specifically?
for your intro, send me like your music, like any type of music. Like it can be like an Imperial themed. It can't be copyright, right? Excuse me, righted. So yeah.
Absolutely. Can do. I will send the anthem a little bit later.
Grug believe that Homo sapien is is no gooder as Neanderthal. Us Neanderthal like Grug is best of the humans.
That's definitely a point. I would say.
You dissing my ancestors?
Got him.
We bigger, stronger, and faster too. We're the first member of the TK crew.
Who's living? Who's still here? Who's still here? Who's still here? Exactly, Homo sapiens.
That's because Homo sapiens tribe go north. If they never go north, Neanderthal would still be good. We top of food chain. We so good,
we
all
on
Homo
top of
sapien women
we are
want to
we are the food
sex
chain. We
us.
control the food
They want
chain.
they want to sex us so bad that we breed out of existence.
Well, out of existence. That's just contrary to what's supposed to happen. That
We homogenized so good with Homo sapiens that Grug and rest of Neanderthals no longer real.
no longer real.
We need the
We
old
became imaginary
We
past
we
that
became
point.
Homo sapien too.
AP
That
down.
how much Homo sapien women want to have sex with Grug
With Grug specifically.
and rest of
Nope,
Neanderthal.
just Grug. We found it out. It's just Grug. Being a terrible person, ruining his own species. Just Grug. Made everybody related, and it killed his species.
Everybody, wait, huh? Incest? Question mark. Sweet home Alabama.
Grug no like Big Tribe. Big Tribe take 5 rocks away from Grug every month at the end of tax season. I mean, at the end of rock taking season.
Well,
Grug no like it. No, Grug no happy.
well. Grug, do you live in a frozen wasteland called Canada?
Grug live in North Rock America.
Which part? Which part of
Grug-
North Rock, America?
We're between Detroit and Detroit and like Canada.
Left. Oh wait.
Left pizza, no or left beef, no pizza.
Left. Right. Grug in right of United Tribes of Rock America.
Solid.
Right of Sunset of United Tribes of Rock America.
Of Sunset.
Right of
There's gonna be
Sunset.
one micronation called like the Fire Nation.
There should be. Did you say there should be a micronation called the Fire Nation?
Yeah, everyone was living in peace until like the micronation Fire Nation.
It'd be an interesting meme account name.
Yeah,
I fuck with it. But if they attacked, would they just have like lighters? Would that be the shtick? Would they just
I think so.
try and light you on fire?
I mean,
Fire
unless
Tribe.
like
Fire
1v1
Tribe have the
aircraft
fire
or
stick.
something like that.
Grug Tribe abolished Fire Stick, but Fire Tribe and United Tribes of Rock America, they all use Fire Stick still. That make Grug no happy.
Right. Guns?
Grugdo banned 1,500 kinds of fire sticks.
1,500.
That is as many humans as there are on planet Earth.
What?
Rug, what was it? What's like that one thing? You were to like bear arms like that. What's like that one thing?
Right to bear rocks. Grug
Right to
believes
bear
the
rocks.
right to bear rocks.
One of my chicks escaped. Ooh.
Kill it.
Ooh, I have to. There's no other choice. Okay. I couldn't just let it live. I know.
Oh
Grug
God.
believes in a
He will be-
well-regulated Gruglicia being necessary to being good for the defense of a no attached tribe.
All right. So yeah, just like send. I'm gonna get off. Yeah, AP send me the music. Yeah, like see if you could like send me an MP3, or, like maybe like a MP4 file, maybe. Like I'll see what I can do.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
good night.
Have
See
a
ya.
good night.
The right to bear rocks shall not be infringed.
Yes.
But
All
that's-
right. See ya.
See ya, man. That's crazy, though. Oh, also, we got a whole bunch of people. Dominion of Steel and Iron, what's going on? Kingdom of Mabia said, sorry, war is simple joke unless you offend or hurt us. Hello. Evan Guilford says it's a quote. Hannah said hi. Oh, Hannah, you're joining us. It's good to see you. Byzantine said, hello there. Mabia said, I see you've shaved. Yes, I did shave. Evan says, attention all citizens of the Federation of Butthurt Babies. Federation to declare one. I love it. I appreciate your meme, Evan. Kingdom of Mabia said, Emperor P hits one creeper, another creeper, and 8 zombies come out of nowhere. Exactly, they were swarming me. AJ Marin says, would job pay treasure wars with me on Minecraft? What? Me and Mabia were both confused. I have no idea what you're talking about there. But I have 3 chickens, and that's really all I needed to sustain myself. Connor, what has been news with your nation?
As said before, Greg Tribe is now anarcho-primitivist.
So you just trade, and you have sticks?
Grug
Whittle.
many stick. We make spear, and we make knife.
Do you have to talk like that though?
And then Grug Tribe go and hunt.
Hunt what?
Whatever is in our way.
But it just seems like there'd eventually have to be a, like things you don't hunt because people will get mad, like they're pets.
I dare them to try and fight Grug Tribe. Grug Tribe can be any fire stick any day of the moon cycle.
You getting it? You getting good with staying in canon for Grug Tribe here. I appreciate it. You're adding new canon constantly.
Grug pray to Moon God for successful harvest. Except agriculture is against anarcho-primitivism. So Grug pray to Moon God for successful hunt. Because Grug is no berry picker.
Oh wow. I was like, yeah, is it really against it? Also, there's so many trapped just zombies in there.
Hunter-gatherer only.
Interesting.
Grug no believe in planting. Grug is nomadic. Except nomadic is long word, so Grug can no say. Grug is leave often.
Fair enough.
Grug is no dumb. You take that back, tiny tribe. Tribe, me too.
Wait, what?
Grug very smart. Grug have many big brain.
Wait, what? I assume someone in the chat's talking smack.
Tiny tribe, me tube said very mean thing about Grug.
Oh no.
He said Grug stupid.
Oh no. Wait, we gotta check out the fresh chat.
Grug will use his whittled sticks to
fight you. I'm getting snuck up on. Oh, I'm getting snuck up on. I died.
Actually, AP, you because of the time zone thing, you said you'll be posting tomorrow the new video that I sent you.
Yes.
Yeah, tomorrow, like. Okay.
Central Standard Time for me. Yes.
Okay. So guys, stay tuned for a video. That'll be named "Don't Start a Micronation Until You Watch."
Oh, hey.
Someone's thing is giving a lot of feedback.
Oh, but sorry, yeah. That's my mic.
Grug is talking about his tribe.
But yeah, absolutely.
Best tribe.
I was gonna say, everybody do check out the video that's gonna drop soon. Viren has made another video for us, talking about things that you should do before you start a micronation, and I thought it was pretty cool.
He moving rock wall art.
Yes.
He moving wall art is
forbidden by
Grug
the.
has no scene, and yes, moving wall art is forbidden by anarcho-primitivism.
Yeah.
Anarcho-primitivism is the only big word Grug can say.
Makes
Grug
sense.
no allowed
Right.
to say other words because of anarcho-primitivism.
Well, that's just fair, honestly. That seems like a life I'd sign up for. Very
Guys, how
limited
are you
word
guys?
choice.
Sorry if I
Doing well.
interrupted, but how are you guys doing?
We're pretty
Grug,
good.
very good. And Miba, you know smart. Grug no believe in king. No king, no master. Grug believe only in tribe and communalism.
Ism. Isms. How many isms does Grug have?
Grug has 2 isms. Anarcho-ism and primitivism.
Wow.
That's too many, Grug. I think you've
Way
surpassed
too
your
many.
limit.
I mean,
Grug very smart. Grug no decision he make good.
Are there any people in your society, Grug, who are like,
Grug-
this is too advanced. We need just only grunting and nothing else and hitting each other. Yes. Aggressive. See, that's 2 layers deep. That's incredibly meta.
I agree.
No, Tiny
It's
Human,
incredibly
get out.
meta.
Get out. Grug
Incredibly
talking to friends through airway. No. Get out. Grug going to punch you in your nose.
It's started. Be careful. He will overcome you with his youthful technology.
I bet he want make wheel.
Probably. All these
Grug
kids and
only
their
use
wheels.
squares.
Right? I mean, what do they want to do? Go places efficiently?
Grug take long walk. Grug try long walk. Grug try long walk some black rock to other land area, but long walk take too long, and they no give me enough rocks to do the long walk.
Right.
And so me no take black rock. Grug no able take black rock to new land area.
Cause that's what you need when you're going on a long walk. You need a lot of rocks to weigh you down. That's the move, from what I hear. And I'm worried about all these zombies which keep trying to fight me. They're startling me, and I have no idea what to do about it.
Hey, Grug,
Yes.
what does your civilization do for defense? Like, how do
Grug
guys defend
Grug just
defend
talk about
yourselves?
what we do. Tribe do best do. Tribe have many stick that we sharpen, and also many axe from rock. We take many rocks and turn them into good axe, and we take many stick and make them sharp. Very good for stabbing, and very good for killing.
See, I thought we were going to be talking about Eternia's future, but today we're talking about the past. We're
Sorry
talking
about
back
that,
in time.
guys. Sorry about that, guys. I asked, and I'm meaning the viewers on your YouTube live stream.
Oh no, it's all good. It's all good. It's not your fault. That's just where the conversation headed. That's all good.
Oh, by the way, what does Eternia do when they're under attack and they need to defend themselves? Like, in particular, militarily speaking, what do they do?
That is a
Nothing.
great question. Militarily speaking, we call the police. Militarily speaking, the police are scarier than any micronational military, guaranteed. So we just call the police. That works really well most of the time.
Right.
Grug no think Eternia tribe think long term. Once fuck, I can't say that, that's racist. How do I say COVID-19 without sounding racist? Because I was gonna say China virus, but
No.
well, like, what? I can't say COVID-19 because
19th disease? I don't know.
yeah.
19 disease or something? I don't know.
what are symptoms of COVID-19?
Cough disease.
Oh yeah, airway virus.
Yeah.
Grug think airway virus break America and I mean United Tribes of Rock America and
You're breaking your own meta.
it's because I broke character. Grug think all of left of Sunset Rock America will fall to airway virus. Airway virus will send us back to Stone Age, which is what Grug want.
Okay.
I guess my answer as to what the Dan Army Republic will possibly do is use its military as a defensive military. And I mean,
You warrior cast no as good as Grug warrior cast. Grug warrior cast have many spear. You fire stick is no as good as Grug spear.
Well, now, and we can argue all day about these things, but the best question is, who trying to go up against the police? Because I'm not trying to go up against the police.
Grug dare big tribe rock big tribe left of Sunset Rock America to try and fight stick. Their fire sticks have nothing on Grug.
Okay.
It started. He's officially called them out. Now they're coming for you. That's
Big
sad.
metal oxen are also no as good.
Big metal. Wait, cars
Big
or
metal
tanks?
boom ox.
I think he's meaning both cars and tanks.
Big metal boom ox. No, Grug no mean big round metal ox. Grug mean big metal boom ox.
So, what?
Boom
Okay.
cow. Metal boom cow be very scary for Grug, but Grug still throws spear.
Good. Keep to your ways. Never change. Always be yourself.
It's good.
Always believe in your own right to not continue developing technologically. Always stay the same way forever.
Okay.
That's
Should
what.
I call you Your Majesty or Your Highness?
AP.
That is up to you. Yeah, I was like, you can call me whatever you like. I am
Okay,
fine
sir.
by that. Perfect. But I hope you're doing well today. I know for myself, I've been thinking quite a bit about what we're going to do as far as expanding our businesses and what we're going to do um, as far as development on land.
Very sad.
The big died. Oh no. I was defeated.
Very sad. Very sad. Ay 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 ay. No way to prevent this. Ay 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 ay. Very sad. Very sad. That is Grug's song of mourning.
Oh no. Well, I appreciate it. You have revived my spirit and made me continue in a new life.
Grug do spirit dance to revive spirit all time.
Thanks.
Grug very good.
That's one thing that's more technologically advanced than anyone thus far. They can bring back the dead. So I guess they're right. They're the right one. I didn't think there was a philosophical right government, but they're the right one.
See, Grug prove best in end.
You're right.
Oh, by the way, okay, so my next question is this. There was this one micronation that popped up a few years ago, or maybe not a few years ago, like it was more based on a project. It was not exactly a landlocked micronation, but rather a micronation built on land that was going to be projected in another micronation, but I don't know what the name of this micronation is, or in this case, whether it's still in existence, like whether it got past, in existence.
Sure.
I mean, I definitely know that when it comes down to the Conch Republic, I mean, they don't use Nerf blasters. I mean, they pretty much have an air force, but it's mostly just stunt planes and mostly just experimental or stunt planes for the most part. And
garlic bread.
they also have they use stale Cuban bread and so forth.
Interesting. For
So that's
their
very interesting.
See, Grug think that brown hardened plant is no good. It make part of wheel, and wheel is bad and cause downfall of tribe. You need wheel make brown hardened yellow grass,
uh-oh.
and that is no good. Grug no think is good.
To make wheat?
Wheat is yellow grass.
Okay.
And when you use wheel on yellow grass, it turned brown and hard.
Yes.
And fire.
No.
When you use
what?
fire.
Oh, when you use fire. I thought you were saying if you roll a wheel on.
When you roll wheel, you make white crushed yellow grass. Then you put next fire, and it make brown hard yellow grass.
Oh.
Brown hard yellow grass, especially when double hard, is no good and is bad, and Grug no like. That's why Grug use stick.
But that's important for crop rotation, Grug, or else you can't plant the same thing in the soil.
Grug no use crop rotation. Crop bad. Agriculture bad. Grug only hunter and gatherer. But no, Grug no gatherer. Gatherer is berry picker. And Grug is no berry picker. Grug is strong hunter.
Berry picker sounds like a racist term, Grug. I don't.
Berry picker is someone who pick berry. I know pick berry.
Right. Why are you dividing up your civilization into people?
There are two castes, warrior caste who hunt and fight other tribe, and berry picker caste who pick berries.
Okay. Do these people who pick berries, do they think that the warrior class is the better class, or do they think that the berry picker?
They think strong Grug warrior caste is very good, and because they defend them from other tribe.
Okay. But better?
Better? We only stronger. And
right.
Berry picker caste stay at home and take care of Gruglets.
So smarter? Who's smarter?
They are artisan. They are one who make wall painting.
Right. This thing is shooting its friend. There's a zombie and an archer in a boat, and the archer's just killing the zombie.
Rearing the Gruglets is very important. So, but Grug no berry picker.
Right.
Grug strong warrior.
Of course. I'm trying to figure out where I'm getting shot from. There he is. He's very sneaky.
Also, by the way,
yes.
I think when it comes down to my micronation, the only reason why technology is going to be at the forefront of my micronation is more specifically be as an example of what modern micronations could look like. However, we're not going to be expecting to have technology like multi-billion-dollar computers. That's just ridiculous. What I mean is, one type of energy source that we're going to try and create is a cold fusion reactor. And that is way safer than a conventional reactor because as far as I'm concerned, cold fusion reactors do not have as much deadly radiation as conventional reactors, and in general are safer, and they operate at cooler temperatures. That's pretty much why the Dan Army Republic is going to possibly be one of the first countries to have a cold fusion reactor powered ship if that ends up being the case.
Amazing. Now tell me this,
AP.
Dan. Can you walk through some of the physics of cold fusion reactors?
AP.
Yes.
You need wish Evan good dark time. He go sleep.
Oh no, I do need to wish Evan a good night. Hold on. Thank you. Evan, I hope you have a good night. I hope you have a good night. I hope you're doing well. Also, Kingdom of Mibba, it's good to see you. Isaac, it's good to see you. Geek000, what's going on, man? How are you? Byzantine Crusaders, we got Connor, we got hanging out. And yeah.
By the way, cold fusion reactors operate way different than hot fusion reactors. Basically, cold fusion reactors are reactors that operate at a normal or near room temperature. As in, basically, instead of hot fusion reactors, they basically operate at room temperature. So really basically, it's not too hot, but not too cold usually.
Okay.
The thing is,
I'm sorry.
the thing is, I mean, these reactors, as far as I heard from my dad, like they would be way safer than, like a lot safer than fusion reactors, otherwise known as conventional nuclear reactors, as I call them.
Now, okay. So let me ask you this. How do you achieve this cold fusion as opposed to what you're calling conventional fusion or a hot fusion? What's the how is one different than the other, and how do you achieve the same thing by two wildly different processes?
Now, according to what I've heard, there was indeed two men that managed to create this, and
No, but I'm asking you.
oh, sorry
Like,
about this. Okay, so hold on. I'm looking at a Wikipedia page. I'm really sorry if that's the case, but as far as, geez, I mean, I heard a lot of good things about it, but however, I don't really know too many of the details other than it's a safer alternative fusion reactors, because first things first, their operational temperature is at room temperature, as in it doesn't exceed room temperature. And not to mention, see.
Isaac Edward,
Not
thank you
to
for
mention,
subscribing. Oh, I'm sorry.
okay, so not to mention it also uses electrolysis. I believe it's called. I'm sorry if I mispronounced it. So basically, electrolysis is also electrolysis of heavy water
James Coleman, thank you for subscribing.
on a surface of palladium electrode.
Okay. And this created nuclear fusion?
According to what I've heard, yes.
Interesting.
For the most part, I mean, it's way better than using coal-powered. It's better than using coal-powered plants or coal-fired power plants, or conventional nuclear reactors. The only problem is there are going to be two large cold fusion reactors in the DAR, which is what the Dan Army Republic stands for short. If you take the first letter in Dan Army Republic, like each and every one of the three words in that, like the three. And what I mean is this: that if you basically well, for the most part, the Dan Army Republic is going to actually do a lot of research so forth. So really, we're going to try and rely on renewable energy, or in this case, we're going to try and rely on crude oil for a bit, along with natural gas. But natural gas is going to be something that we rely on a little more than crude oil. But the thing is, cold fusion reactors have a capability to literally use a lot more energy than a hot fusion reactor, and according to what I've heard, also has it also has the capability to actually be safer, with the hopes of actually producing cheap and abundant energy, like actually being a good energy source.
Absolutely. Now, I will say it's interesting. I know it's a very controversial issue, cold fusion.
Yes.
But from what I understand, the reason that people are excited about fusion energy, regular fusion energy, which we haven't achieved in a stable form in any way yet, is particularly unique because it's the taking of these really, really heavy nuclei and smashing them together to make even heavier nuclei. And that abundance of energy, all that kinetic energy that it takes to smash them together and make a larger element out of them, and generally more unstable element, but a heavier element out of them, is something that would release a ton of energy based on the kinetic energy it takes to cause that to happen, to overcome the threshold where those nuclei can not only touch but combine. The the thing that's difficult about the idea of cold fusion is that it's saying by nature to have something cold or even room temperature is to have it at fairly low pressure. Now that's contradictory to the idea of fusion simply because you need such high pressure, such high force concentrated into a very small area in order to achieve that overcoming of the bounds of the nucleus and actually force them to collide and generate the even higher energies you're expected to get out of such an intense reaction. But in order to have that maintaining stability, it needs to be this incredibly, incredibly high energy reaction, and it has to be very, 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 very abundant, such that that release of energy becomes something that is fueled by its own, this cyclic nature of its own reaction. So cold fusion, the idea where you would try and do that, even with some interesting proposed ideas such as dissolving hydrogen in different solids, the hydrogen nuclei are so light that in theoretical results, from what I understand, things have been said to potentially show effect, but not to any high degree to power something, much less to sustain the reaction. So
Right.
essentially, you may have to put a lot more energy in to get fusion out at all, but then it not being sustainable as a power source.
According to what I've heard online, more specifically on YouTube, it's like according to what it's actually according to what I've been hearing, it's like people have been brushing this off for years as nothing more than just a hoax. But an Army Republic sees in this in cold fusion reactor technology is really a alternate power system, really a capability or a possibility to actually power like pretty much the entire Dan Army Republic power grid. The fact that there's going to be two major cold fusion reactors that are guarded around the clock. I mean, first things first.
Grug
Hey,
want
maybe-
no. Grug want no. Grug no Grug no know how. How do not hot power maker make power?
Power maker bad.
Grug
Nuclear
agree. Power
fusion
maker bad.
bad.
Grug no want no hot power maker.
Hot
Grug-
power bad.
Grug you power
Desert
bad.
tribe, not trust.
Oh crap, what the heck is going on?
Grug use spear. Grug makes spear. He use
Yes.
spear on you.
Yes.
You try bad. You have no hot power maker.
Oh, I'm
Power
not.
bad.
Hot power maker bad.
Hot power and
Um,
no hot power. Both all power
Technically-
bad.
All
Technically, it's
power
cold power.
bad.
All power bad. Is use of wheel.
Oh man. I have no idea what happened.
But yeah, so Dan, did you know I'm studying physics in school?
Oh no, I didn't know that. That's good to hear.
Yes, I'm going for my bachelor's right now, and will soon be going for either a master's or a PhD in plasma physics, in the thing that's specifically studying high energy, such as that it takes to make nuclear fusion possible.
It's actually good.
Yeah.
That's very cool.
I appreciate it. I definitely support your idea on nuclear fusion, but as a potential power source for your nation. But I'll say on the difference between cold fusion and the regular normal concept of fusion. People have researched, serious scientists for a long time have researched cold fusion as a potential. And though there are many very serious scientists who still hold to the idea, the consensus pretty clearly, both in theoretical models and in experiment, has been that cold fusion just isn't a reliable source of energy. It's not something that can be. It doesn't give a net positive. It doesn't allow you to produce more work. It's not efficient. Unfortunately. So not to say to give up, because there's always the possibility that some scientist out there, potentially you, will figure out the method for that. It takes really understanding the science of it. Because
Cold
the
fusion
biggest
reactor. Basically mentioned something about cold fusion reactors to my friend Zoe when I was coming up with the Dan Army Republic in my junior year, like my first half of my junior year. She pretty much liked how everything was, but the problem is, I'm just gonna say it right now. The only key difference between like the early conception was that the early conception of the Dan Army Republic was more or less not very pleasant, not very good, because it essentially relied on a war just to be able to come into existence. But I decided
War
to change
bad.
that. I know.
War bad.
War bad. Grug.
Desert
All my
tribe.
homies,
War.
all my Grugs hate war.
not all the
I decided
drugs.
to change it to the point where war is no longer a problem.
Good.
Basically, the Dan Army Republic is
You
going to
make
be
good
created
things.
by peaceful reasons. Basically, the thing is, no war, just peace.
So then why do you need the army in the name?
Dan Army?
Yes.
I wasn't exactly thinking when I came up with the name of the Dan Army Republic.
Why
It's
you no
like,
change? If you know what, why you no change?
Rug, I was pretty much asking the same question, but more or less it's named after my Nerf organization. Like, basically, wasn't really thinking too much about like whether or not it would sound funny or whether it would sound a bit, different. But I guess the name Dan Army Republic sounded more appealing at the time when I came up with it. And I mean, the reason why I'm still sticking to the name is because I still believe it still looks pretty darn or sounds pretty darn cool to a degree, but however, don't let the name mislead you, because really the Dan Army Republic is indeed for peace at this point. Because in the later half of my junior year, I actually started the Dan Army Republic. Like, not the full thing, but I started actually coming up with the laws and most of the documents. So the early forms of the current document I have right now.
No, that's interesting, Dan. What is the purpose of the laws and stuff? How many citizens do you have, and how
At
does
this
that
point,
play into their lives?
well, at this point, it's basically meant to. Oh, okay. So really, what the Dan Army Republic laws are meant to do is to ensure that everyone is treated equally, but at the same time, bullying and discrimination is not allowed. So really, it makes it to the point where you cannot be bullied, because they would pretty much be punished for that and so forth. I mean, it's one of those kind of micronations that's anti towards bullying and discrimination and such.
Grug, no bully. Grug, just get big rock and crush child's skull.
See, and that's
Oh.
important.
Desert
That's the kind
tribe
of values
agree
we
with
focus on this channel. No bullying and murder.
Good. In fact, I
Yes.
can read the laws to you guys if you want.
Sure.
Hold on, I'll be right back. I'm gonna
Desert
go get the
tribe
laws.
make no promise. The desert tribe understand word rules.
We're about to find out who Desert Tribe is. I haven't checked. You just called yourself Desert Tribe.
Yeah.
You just called yourself Desert Tribe.
Yes.
I love it. You're my favorite Desert Tribe, Desert Tribe.
Thank
Grug,
you.
Grug standoffish with Desert Tribe.
Desert Tribe and Grug don't seem to be good friends, but, you know.
We agree on some things.
We agree on hunt animal, eat meat.
Delicious.
And that is the core of Desert Tribe.
What you want? Grug, try and talk. What is?
What is good?
What is?
Me no want. Me.
You remember playing that game?
Me remember. Me try be. Me no care.
Aminos? Did you just say you have
Thank
aminos,
you,
Grug?
Thank you, Mom.
You're welcome.
My mom just called me an asshole.
Don't be an asshole to your mom. Go and apologize to your mother.
I wasn't being too bad. Anyway, what was it? Oh yeah.
Alright, I'm back.
Hey, what's up, man?
Okay. Now, good thing is that the laws, there are some pretty good ones here. Okay, so I'm gonna read all of them if you don't mind.
How many are there?
Grug no like, tablet words that say what do. Grug no listen to tablet words.
Tablet words bad.
Tablet words bad.
About 21.
Okay, sure. That sounds perfect.
Okay. When it comes down to mandatory service, government is not allowed to force military or
That
anyone
sounds like
upon
berry
reach-
picker.
upon and anyone upon. Oh, hold on, let me finish.
Primitivist.
Okay.
Hold on. Let him say
Let me
his
finish.
thing.
Government is not allowed to force military or community service upon anyone reaching adulthood, but however, government can encourage military or community service to anyone upon reaching adulthood.
Ooh.
So it's completely voluntary to serve in the military or to or really community service and military service is optional.
Okay.
Capital punishment.
Grug agree with Desert Tribe.
Okay.
Force army is best. Grug force all hunter to come army. We all berry picker. They go pick berry. But all hunter, strong hunter, who get reared by berry picker. We go out. We force army.
Okay.
Solid
Okay,
laws.
Okay, so it comes down to capital punishment. For the most part, it is not allowed, as in it is illegal, but the death penalty is only allowed in heinous crimes, and only heinous crimes.
That very
Now,
subjective.
can I ask you this,
Sure.
Dan? So, in creating your nation, do you consider your nation more realist or more fantasy? Because that can have large implications on the kind of laws that you make.
More realistic in terms of how I see it, because that's really how I would like to see it. But
So then, do you think
more
that you'll be
realistic.
able? So then, do you think that you'll be able to execute people?
no, not really. So really, for the most part, capital punishment wouldn't even be possible, because first things first. I mean, for the most part, we mostly have Nerf blasters in both police and military. So basically, both the police and military both use Nerf blasters. Not exactly.
Totally destroy you.
Dan needs sharp stick for capital punishment.
Grug agree. Dan, Grug when he do capital punishment, Grug take very long whittle stick. Grug stab it into Thug very hard. He stab it very, very hard. He keeps stabbing until nothing left to stab.
That's why they
What-
call him Grug. It's
What Thug
gross
do
thug.
to deserve capital punishment?
Grug
Okay.
sleep with Chief Connor's wife.
Oh,
Oh, it's serious.
I'm confused. Does Chief not have many wives?
We know that Desert Tribe is a polygamous tribe. We're learning this from the
Yes.
canon. Episode 3,
Yes.
polygamy.
okay.
Grug have 15 wives, but thing is,
Desert
Thug,
Tribe is impressed.
Thug sleep with wife 4. Wife 4 rear most children. She best berry picker in tribe. Thug try make me help raise he kid, so me stab Thug until no more Thug.
That's fair enough.
Um,
That's a legitimate
okay.
What
argument.
happened to Thug Kid that is born bastard child of
I think
wife 4?
Dan would like to hit up another one of his things. I'm gonna give him the
Okay,
space to
sorry.
do that. No, it's all good.
Grug sent his philosophy in general.
Okay. Now, in terms of secondary education, government will ensure that secondary education is free and available to all students. So therefore, education is supposed to be free and therefore available to everyone. All
Wonderful.
students.
Now,
It is wonderful.
do you think in the development of your nation you will create your own education system, or do you think you will sort of export that duty to your macro nation that you reside in or around?
We're going to create our own education system.
Okay.
Desert Tribe agree with Dan.
Good.
Macronation education system have many lies.
Big tribe tell Gruglets bad thing about
Yes.
small tribe. Big tribe, Grug no trust big tribe. Grug
Okay.
think
No
United
trust,
Tribes of Rock
no
America are worst tribe. Grug will make berry pickers take care of Gruglets.
Okay.
All valid arguments. Every one of them valid arguments.
Gruglets.
Okay. Okay. Next one. Prohibition, possession, consumption, distribution, and sale of alcohol is legal for adults in this country. The reason why I'm not going to ban alcohol like I was originally going to was because if you saw prohibition in the 1920s, it wasn't very effective in being able to be enforced. So really, it's like it was not really enforceable. So,
Fair enough. So then what about like cocaine?
oh, that falls under hard drugs.
Cocaine for all desert tribe members. Cocaine freely.
Grug too old to party like that. Grug is almost 15. Grug is the end of his life. Grug is way past prime. He have many Gruglets.
Grug has
my
lost
gosh.
all teeth in the hunt.
Grug very sad. Grug
Oh my-
remember good old days of 3 months ago when he was in prime.
Had several teeth.
Oh
Mhm.
my gosh.
At least 2.
Okay, my next point. Energy. Nation strongly supports alternative energy sources and seeks to mitigate pollution.
Solid. Now, what are your initial interests in alternative energy? Like before the fusion reactor that you'd ultimately like. What do you think is a more near-term goal that you could do to help stimulate your economy's power?
Now, one of the solutions we could actually do is use solar power. As solar power provides like a good.
Hello,
Hello.
Hey.
I'm Zarya, the gamer girl on on YouTube.
Oh, hey, welcome.
What's
Maria?
going on?
Grug not know who this is.
Desert tribe, no trust newcomer.
Oh
Is
no.
this new Grug life?
Okay, sorry.
Okay,
Are
so
you-
what I was.
Are you be donated to Grug from Berry Picker tribe as sorry
Oh,
for taking my
no.
5 rock?
Oh no. Sorry about this. Just in time to actually hear. Oh,
Okay, I'm
well,
back. I just had to mute
sorry.
myself because I was
Welcome.
reading something.
Oh, by the way, as I was saying, reason why the Dan Army Republic is going to focus on solar power is because solar power actually provides like a very good promise for energy too. I mean, it's renewable for the most part, and along with natural gas too. Let's not forget about that. Not to mention, when it comes down to cold fusion reactors, like even after they are commissioned, there are going to be very strict protocols as to what to do with the waste.
Right.
Oh hell no! Hold on. Oh, hold on. It was just my computer monitor. Sorry about that, guys.
It's all good.
Onto my next point. Now, this one may be a more controversial issue, so I'm just gonna warn you.
Okay. Machine Gun Kelly is bad. That's a fact. That's a
My-
solid fact.
Grug hot take is all Fire Stick bad, and especially Fire Stick Kelly, whoever that is.
Yes. Bad rapper. Bad
Okay,
rapper.
Okay, I'm gonna read my point now. Good thing is, it comes down to same-sex marriage, whether you agree with it or hate it. I mean, if you agree with it, that's good. It says any 2 adults have the right to get married, regardless of their sex.
Grug only allow Berry Picker and Hunter get married. No Hunter on Hunter, no Berry Picker on Berry Picker.
Hunter x Hunter?
Well, you see, that who's laugh? Oh my god. Got the shit out of him.
Hunter x Hunter.
Solid.
What
Oh
Dan
my
tribe
gosh.
think of
Oh.
polygamous relationships? Dan
Oh,
tribe have
God.
many
Okay.
or only one in tablet
Grug,
rule book.
I
What?
do legitimately think it's a good law though. Like I'm glad that you're standing up for what you believe and that you support
Dan
what
tribe.
you feel like is right. But
Dan
yeah,
tribe.
All right. All right. Thank you. For my
Dan.
next point, yes.
Wait, Grug no finish. Grug want to ask a question.
Go ahead, Grug.
What Dan tribe think on many wives? Grug have 15 wives. Would Grug be allowed to have 15 wives in Dan tribe?
I'm getting to that point, but I'm not yet there.
I actually didn't know if it was a pre-recorded thing or
Desert
not.
tribe is anxious to hear the answer to Grug tribe question.
Don't worry.
Grug just exchanged goat for wife.
Don't worry. I'll get to the answer in a minute.
So in Grug tribe, number of goat equal number of wife?
No, Grug, wife equal in value to goat.
Right.
It's just
So
equal. If you have most goat, you have most leeway to get wife.
right. So most goat guy generally has the most wives.
Yes,
Okay.
which is me because me leader tribe.
Gotcha.
Grug
So-
best tribe leader.
So did you just
Alright.
have the most goats and then you became the leader, or?
Grug also have pointiest stick and biggest body. Grug also the oldest at almost 15.
Fair enough.
15 rotations of sun.
15 days. 15.
Okay.
Grug is 15 days old.
Grug not know what day is. Grug only know what sunset, sunrise is.
Grug is the leader of the baby tribe.
Grug is leader of federated tribes of butthurt babies.
We're discovering. We're slowly
Okay.
piecing the canon together.
I get on to my next point, guys.
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead.
Yes, please.
Okay,
Grug
so thank you. When it comes down to my next point, unions. Workers that wish to form a union are protected from losing their jobs.
But
Okay.
what if big money businessmen who hire employee and union not have money to pay? Does big tribe force them to go into debt and lose their business?
When Grug see men with many rock come into tribe, Grug know like other tribe. Grug know like other tribe. Grug know like
Ooh,
other tribe rock man.
Grug has
Other
gotten the 19 disease.
Oh, by the way, Emperor AP.
Yes, Dan.
Did you hear my point on unions?
That you said that any worker who is a part of a union should not fear the loss of their job.
Yeah.
Now, I do
in
have
Grug tribe.
legitimate questions about that. Sorry to interrupt you, Connor.
In Grug tribe, there are only two jobs: hunter and berry picker. Berry picker do many things. They pick berry. They give birth gruglets. They care for gruglets. Hunter, he do many job too. He fight. He fight.
He wife, he knife.
He fight. He hunt. He bring home many deer, and he also give wife gruglets.
Perfect. Now, I do about the union thing. I think it's
Okay.
interesting practically, because I would be curious how you plan to enforce that. Like Desert Tribe asked, what does it mean to ensure that? Does the federal government, do they say, well, we will just hire you on and pay your salary, or does the private business, if they hire someone, are they forced to keep them on forever? How does that work?
Technically, for employers that don't exactly have the capability, like don't exactly have too much money to give around in terms of pay, they'll technically be paid compensation to allow them to pay their workers. But however, in comparison to that, it's like, I mean, speaking about how I consider like how much one Dan Army Republic dollar should be in terms of worth, like value, it should be worth at least $5. So basically, one Dan Army Republic dollar is going to be worth around $5. Think about that. Well, $15 an hour would be basically $20 an hour in the Dan Army Republic.
Well, if one is worth 5, then $15 an hour would
Is
be
worth many more.
75. Yeah.
75.
Drug
75, sorry.
AP.
Desert Tribe now want job in Dan Army Republic and cannot lose job. So
Right.
a Desert Tribe get job, then not show up to work.
So that's the thing that's interesting, Dan. If your money is worth
Out of
yes.
character for a second.
Yeah, what's up?
Somebody's spamming your chat.
Ooh, thank you. You're a savior of the chat. You are the hero of the chat. I'm trying to see
His
where
name
the
is
spam is.
Score Trife02.
Hold on, let me see.
Anyway, back in character. Grug, no like foreign rock, many rock men, like Jeff Bezos.
Like Jeff Bezos.
Like Grug
Desert Tribe
Bezos.
also dislike Jeff Bezos.
Everyone dislike Jeff Bezos. Bald ass.
Oh, by the way,
Desert Tribe not criticize Jeff Bezos on looks. Desert Tribe
Only
criticized
on
his
merit.
action in destroying small business shiny rock getters.
Agreed, but I
That's
also just
agreed.
criticize his look too.
so by the way,
Yes.
next point is campaign finance. Now, for campaign finance, the government cannot tell someone how they
Wait.
should spend their money or how they can't spend their money. As in, basically, they cannot tell someone. Basically, in terms of the government, they cannot tell someone how they can or can't spend their money, especially when it comes down to campaigns, like political campaigns and so forth, in terms of finance.
So if Desert Tribe become politician in Dan Army Republic, can Desert Tribe then spend campaign funds on private mansion on beach? Because Constitution of Dan Army Republic say big government tribe no can tell Desert Tribe what to spend campaign money on.
Right.
Oh crap! I
Grug
think
will go to Dan
Desert Tribe is
Grug will
starting
go
to
to
like this
Dan
place.
Tribe.
Desert Tribe now moving in.
Don't let Desert Tribe enjoy your micronation. They will destroy it from the inside.
oh
Grug-
no!
Tribe
Grug-
bring peace. Desert Tribe just want free welfare and money and handouts, please.
Grug go to Dan Tribe. Grug take all jobs. Grug never get fired. Grug completely destroy job market.
Oh no! What am
Grug
I doing?
single-handedly work 50 part-time jobs one day.
That is true. Like, if you can't get fired, you can just
And then
apply
spend
for a
all
whole
the
bunch of
money
jobs and then
on
be like,
external affairs.
yeah, that is kind of interesting. So, Dan, theoretically in your nation, I could go and apply for a whole bunch of jobs, get the jobs, and then they can't fire me because I'm in unions in all of the jobs. So then I just make a whole bunch of money even if I'm not working?
Yeah, I could definitely see where there's a flaw with that. Especially with campaign finance, as I mean, the fact that campaign finance is like, I think I definitely have, people have, my half-sister has been pointing out, like, the healthcare system that I'm going to be mentioning in just a bit, but when it comes down to speech, all citizens are granted the right to free speech by their government.
Now, does that
Desert Tribe
mean...
disagree. Free speech is an inalienable human right that is protected by Big Tribe. It is not granted by Big Tribe. Therefore, Big Tribe cannot revoke it.
Okay.
So,
Grug disagree
agree.
with Desert Tribe. Grug think free speech make all blasphemize against Sun God and Moon God. Sun God and Moon God, best God, and any who say otherwise are bad and will get stabbed. Just like
Grug make
Thug did.
good point, smart words. Desert Tribe, now take away human rights.
To be
Now,
honest here, I do see exactly what he means. But, however, you know what? On to my
The
next point.
wait, but I do have a question. I
Oh, sure.
I do
And
have a question. So in talking about free speech, do you mean just the like? Can you define free speech? Do you just mean like the ability to speak freely, or do you mean like that all forms of communication are free? Like, do you pay for my internet if I'm a part of the Dan Army Republic because of free speech? Like that's a way I speak to people.
okay, that's a good question. Now, way of communicating, I mean, basically in terms of how internet is concerned, I mean, that is something that's oftentimes paid for by the government anyway. And despite it's not mentioned in the Dan Army Republic laws by any means, it is something that oftentimes is going to be just in the background, and it's allowed, and it's most certainly welcome. I mean, you have to understand, the Dan Army Republic wouldn't exactly be a modern micronation if it didn't include the internet anyway. However, in terms of free speech, I mean, like the ability to express their opinions and so forth is allowed. But the thing is, there is of course one law on the second page, or at least there used to be, and well. Okay, I could definitely see where I screwed up on one copy of the law, but however, hold on, let me get an updated copy. I may have an updated copy of this. Hold on for a second. We'll be
Yeah,
right
you're
back.
all good.
Writing
In
smart
meantime,
rule tablets take many time and many version and many revision of law tablets to make sure that law is not big dumb.
I do have a
Grug,
Humans are
that lie.
fallible creatures who make mistakes, and sometime we not express our intention in a way that cannot be misconstrued.
agreed.
Grug think Desert Tribe used too many modern word. Grug distrust.
It is because Desert Tribe trade shiny rock with stupid civilized for many meats. Desert
Yeah,
Tribe learned too many words. Desert Tribe ashamed.
Grug sympathetic. Grug take time to talk about anarcho-primitivists Grug society. So
Sorry about
Grug,
that, guys.
Grug watch moving wall art called Joker, and Grug think it's a lot about Grug society and tribe.
Okay, basically I got the wrong second page mixed up with the I got the updated version of this mixed up with the original revision of this. But just to let you know, for the most part, it's pretty much I managed to fix the whole thing. Now, when it comes down to hard drugs, obviously I was told by my brother-in-law Victor that I can't ban all of them, but however, I am just gonna make my point. Hard drugs. The use of hard drugs is strictly illegal. Basically, you cannot use them for recreational
Boo.
use.
Boo. Hard drugs good.
Grug do drug all time. Grug like many drug, like shrooms and opioids.
Actually,
Drug
to be
thing-
honest,
Drug think opioids be mandatory by tribe. Drug do good for grug, and drug do good for tribe.
right.
Desert tribe like taking drug that reduce extreme pain in desert tribe leg from hunting accident.
Grug
However-
likes introducing opioids into
UFC fighting.
into Asia tribe markets.
No.
By the way, guys, I am gonna draw the line. I'm gonna draw the line right now. Now medical, like hard drugs that do have medical purposes, that like they do provide some benefits to people.
Drug
who-
medicine includes digging hole into skull until hurt goes away.
That's not what I meant, Grug. That's not what I meant, Grug.
Grug can send photo, wall art.
No,
I
no,
mean, Grug
no.
going to send wall art.
Oh. What I mean is this, like, the only type of hard drugs that I know that could be used legally is probably going to be painkillers and a few others, just mixing more and things that could actually be used for medical purposes, but I'm just being honest here. Now on to my next point. Now, originally, this was way different, saying it was allowed, but now it's not allowed, so... Okay, so when it comes down to spending, government spending, I mean, deficit spending is not allowed.
Can Dan explain further?
No,
And
he just
that-
finished there. That is entire law.
Good luck.
What I mean by
That's law.
deficit... What I mean by no deficit spending, I mean basically you can't necessarily spend money on certain things in the Dan Army Republic government unless there is money to actually spend on it. Which is probably what's going to end up dooming the Dan
Oh.
Army Republic
But
in terms of its military.
almost all big tribe have some form of debt to other big tribe. It is how they do trade of shiny rock and
Just
other
like Berry
goods
tribe
and
is a debt of
services.
life to me for 5 rocks.
Yes.
Okay. On to my next point. Now, this is going to be very interesting. It comes down to immigration. Government allows as many immigrants as want to come to the country with no quotas.
Desert tribes somewhat agree with that, as long as immigrant willing to assimilate to desert tribe culture so as to not create conflict within our society, because desert tribe wish for peace and love of all people.
Oh
Grug
goodness.
no agree. Grug think Homo sapien inferior to Neanderthal. Grug only accept Neanderthal into tribe.
And you know, that's where you have to decide. Are you gonna let people like Grug keep their horrible racist traditions, or are you gonna just, assimilate them all so that you yourself become the racist? That's the real question.
Agreed. I mean, it's either A, I assimilate them and force them to adopt my culture and so forth.
Or they assimilate you and you become them by force, because you
Yeah.
not check they power.
And you don't put a ring on it. If you liked it, then you
Yes.
should have put a ring on it.
Desert tribe agree. We have many rings.
What is ring?
You did.
Grug not
Ring is shiny rock
Wait,
smash
Whoa!
for wearing.
That look like wheel. Grug no like wheel. Grug no like wheel.
Your parents are probably so concerned. Your parents are like sitting outside your room like, holy shit.
Grug
Oh.
dropped on head several times as baby.
Our
Very
child.
masculine.
my gosh, no, I'm like laughing my ass off.
Desert tribe also cannot stop of extreme exhalation of air.
That's what happens. That's what happens when people get coronavirus. Extreme exhalation of air.
Very thicker overhead and dragged his
Oh no! I fell from like 8 million
Okay,
feet.
on my next point.
Okay.
Okay, so
Scoob and the gang.
basically this next law that I'm gonna focus on, some people may like it or hate it, but basically the law allows, the government cannot, basically in terms of religion, the government cannot endorse any specific religion, and there is a clear separation of church and state, and not to mention the religion, basically it also says, and is non-discriminatory.
Right.
Basically,
Except for the lame ones.
right.
Grug only allowed worship of moon and sun god.
Okay.
If you speak against moon and sun god, you get bashed overhead with skull and stab like Thug did.
Like Thug.
Okay.
No one
Okay.
won't become like Thug.
But what if Gruglet worship not moon and sun god, but he bring you many wives to pay for it?
That is bribe. Grug no accept bribe. Grug only
Grug
worship.
is not a corrupt
that-
official.
You're like, Grug believes in merit of Grugaticians.
Okay.
Tribaticians.
Try petitions.
Grug
Okay, my next
very
point.
much. Wait, no, Grug no finish.
Okay, sorry.
If Gruglet try and worship other god, other than moon and sun god, then Grug will treat him as same as if he were no my son.
Oh
And
no.
He can no become tribe elder.
Grug, that's kind of harsh, man. You're really gonna take
Gruglet
away
no
his.
become tribe elder if Gruglet have hole in skull from worship wrong god.
Oh gosh,
Grug,
no.
Grug treat other religion as if it were medical problem. Grug perform Russian borehole into skull until it fixed.
Connor, your kid's gonna be real sad that his dad just left him out on the inheritance. He's like, man, I had so many stones and goats coming my way. I was gonna have like a lot of wives.
Gruglet should have thought of losing inheritance before apostasy.
Okay, my next point. My half-sister pointed out that there is some major flaws with this. Next point I'm going to make. So, next law is healthcare. The government provides free healthcare services to all citizens. However, it's only Dan Army Republican citizens, not specifically people who move there and are not citizens.
Can you move there without being a citizen?
Grug do this too. Grug has already gone heavily over how Grug healthcare system is.
With the
Desert
borehole.
Tribe only allow citizens to live within Desert Tribe lands.
Grug not know what
However,
citizen means.
Desert Tribe have multiple forms of citizenship to allow for different scenarios, such as refugee
tribe
status.
Tribees, tribesmen,
Tribees? Those
tribesmen, non-tribesmen, instead of getting medicine with Russian borehole, they get medicine with club until they move no more.
solid.
Gee.
It is called mercy killing.
Okay. The next point is probably going to be even more controversial. Desert Tribe, Grug. Sorry if you get offended by this, but when it comes down to polygamous marriage, it is strictly illegal and is punishable by prosecution.
Grug sharpen spear. Grug sharpen spear and go kill Dan Tribe. All of Dan Tribe. Nerf Blaster do nothing against Spear.
Oh jeez.
No, that's a controversial statement there, Connor. I don't think we've
Dan
really
tried
understood the laws of
previously
physics at that level yet.
state
Crunch.
that all people equal within Dan Army Republic. However, Dan tribe not treat polygamists as equal.
I wasn't exactly finished, but however, it is a very controversial statement.
Boom boom. Grug will send boom boom to your mailbox.
Boom boom sound like technology. Desert tribe no like.
It's no technology. Is Flint and Steel.
Oh jeez. But the problem is the only.
Noxious gases.
Okay, as I was saying, unfortunately, I said that you guys may hate it because it says punishable by
Death.
prosecution or punishable by prosecution and imprisonment or capital punishment, most likely imprisonment. But that's why it's
Why
controversial.
Dan tribe put people in prison for love more than one person?
So you
when
like
it's
kill 'em over
consensual
it?
between adults?
Like you kill him over
Grug-
it?
Dan tribes believe in equal right
exactly.
to love, yet he performed capital punishment.
Okay.
More than one.
Okay.
Sound kind of weird if ask me.
Okay, as far as I'm concerned,
Capital fucking
Grug,
punishment.
okay, I'm trying to explain here. Not finished yet. The problem is, polygamists are less likely to receive the death penalty than a prison sentence. I mean,
There is
Right,
no
but why is it like at all?
Yeah, what?
I
Why
do have an
there are
explanation.
two people.
Okay.
Death.
Desert tribe
sorry.
wish to hear explanation of
Sorry,
why
I broke
he is
character.
being murdered for having more than one wife, even though is tradition and was told that culture would be respected.
Desert tribe have good point.
Yeah, he does, but however, I do have an explanation. Now, the reason why, I mean, initially, like in the first conception of the Dan Army Republic laws, polygamy was initially going to be legal, as in it was going to be allowed, but after I saw something about the FLDS Mormons and how they forced young girls into polygamist marriages,
Then Dan
Underage
tribe
girl.
have age of consent and have police force that investigate to protect
And
young
Dan
individuals
tribe
who are
make just ban
easily influenced.
If Dan tribe no like cults, then Dan tribe maybe should ban cult instead of free love.
I mean, be honest here.
Grug
I mean,
just saying so.
I know, Greg. That's why I said it's one of the more controversial laws, unfortunately. But when it comes down to taxes, however, there are indeed income taxes in this country. This is one of the more productive laws. The Dan Army Republic. So, Emperor AP, what do you think about the last law I read on page 1?
About polygamy?
Oh, taxes. I said taxes.
Desert tribe not want to die for having two wife.
My apologies. So could you repeat your tax law?
Sure. Okay. Now, when it comes down to taxes, there are indeed income taxes in this country. So basically, in the Dan Army Republic, we can't just rely on product taxes. We're going to have to also rely on income taxes too.
Hey, hold up. Someone just subscribed. My apologies. Joker Fleck, thank you so much for subscribing. We really appreciate you out here. Also, Sheldon, if you wanna join in, you got the chance. But yeah, Dan, that is interesting. So with income tax being a thing, do you have a set rate for that already? Do you change that depending on the amount of income?
Yes. Depending, like, we're going to make sure that depending on how much income it is, like, that a person makes every, like, almost every month, or almost every month or every week. I mean, if they're not making, like, if they only make around $2,000 or $5,000 a year, they're not going to be taxed as high. But if you're